first production blog.
Adjust camera.
Welcome to the TMG developer blog, where I'm going to complain to you about some of the hurdles of filming a YouTube channel. So I've been filming with a couple of different things so far in order to get the footage that I've gotten. I used OBS, Open Broadcaster, to start, and that was pretty good. I had a lot of success with it. My only real issue was no active confirmation that I was filming. I had to Alt-Tab out of things, which some programs really don't like, and just to verify that everything was functioning properly. Using Open Broadcaster is okay, but it wasn't ideal. Maybe for streaming, when I had more active, if you had more real-time feedback about whether or not it was actually working. So I needed an alternative, and I started using Shadow Play, which I didn't even realize was a thing until I went deeper into my GeForce settings. I have a 980, a GTX 980 superclocked edition. The GTX 980 runs beautifully, and I don't think if I had a 970 or something lower I would even bother trying to do Shadow Play, because I mean, you want to capture 60 frames per second, you want to capture 50 megabytes per second at least in order to have a good video. So I don't know who I'm more disappointed in. NVIDIA for having so few options inside of Shadow Play and only allowing variable bitrate, or am I more annoyed with Adobe for having such a terrible method of handling variable frame rate files. Now I understand that the way that NVIDIA is dumping the frames to the MP4 container has to do with how the frames are being rendered in real time, which means that if you drop frames on the card, you're going to drop frames in your MP4. The audio is different, so the audio file is going to be the regular full length. I understand that NVIDIA is dumping the frames to the MP4 container from live rendering of these frames, which means that if they're dropping frames in Engine, then you're going to drop frames in your MP4 too. At least that's my understanding. So I guess we're going to migrate to Fraps. Now I've been using Fraps to do my frame rate monitoring, but I haven't ponied up the $37 they want in order for you to use it full featured as the capture service. But I think I'll pony up the $37. That's not expensive for good capture. And if I don't have to keep using Handbrake, which is a wonderful program, if I don't have to keep using Handbrake to adjust all my MP4s to constant frame rate, I'll be a happy man. Because let's be honest, you don't want to re-encode your video. You want to film it once, you want to drag it into Premiere, cut it into whatever bits, and then move on. Nobody wants to re-encode things because it's gonna look like shit. What else are we learning? I'm not advertising the channel at all. I'm not telling anybody about it. I'm just leaving the videos online and seeing what happens to them. You know, I don't want to attempt to generate some expectation on my part, because really what it is it's fun. You know, I spent years of my life doing graphic design and photography and music production and just anything you could do on a computer, really, and all kinds of stuff off a computer, drawing and whatever. So eventually you're looking for some new thing to put your time and effort into, so here it is. I'm putting my time and effort into, artistically anyways, into this YouTube channel. It's not, I mean, it wasn't easy to go from filming to uploading things. Like, I had to watch a lot of YouTube first. John Green and his brother Hank, the two of them, fantastic inspirations for that sort of thing. Just great watching them being real human beings on YouTube, seeing their growth, seeing the community supporting them, just because they like what they're doing. That's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome. So in the spirit of folks like John and Hank Green, man, who else? Loki Games. That guy's hilarious. If you're not watching Loki Games, if you're not subscribed to him yet, he's got a brilliant accent. I'm sure he would say that I have the accent, but he's got a brilliant accent. He has fantastic delivery. He's just really genuine in his delivery, because when he's playing these games, man, You get the sense that he's put himself in there, and that's really what you want when you're watching it. You know, we can watch anybody play a game, but we want to see a character play a game, and I feel like Loki from Loki Games achieves that really well. Another smaller channel that I really like, VR Gaming Evolved. If you haven't gone to see them, go and see them. I know the chances that there's like a long line of people standing to watch this video when it comes out, this video that I'm putting in now, tiny, zero. Nobody gives a shit about this. I'm putting this up really for myself at this point anyways. So whatever, if not a lot of traffic goes to these sites as a result of this video, who cares? But VR Gaming Evolved, again, really honest reviews of the stuff that he's doing, not a lot of fluff, not trying to be fancy. I feel like that's really important, especially if you're doing practical reviews of things. Anyways, where do we stand here? Or where we go from here, or what's going on? Creating things in any format and putting it out into the world for people to see, that's a unique experience. But I feel like as an artist, you have to do that. If you keep all of your stuff sitting in a basket somewhere, then until you're dead and somebody comes across it, nobody will have the opportunity to enjoy it. And, you know, if only 1 or 2 people decide that they enjoy this brand of YouTube channel, then so be it. You know, myself and my co-hosts have a lot of fun, even if my co-hosts are mostly dragged into it at this point. All right, what do we expect from TMG? First off, I really want to start a news section, but I'm reluctant to do it until I actually have a few subscribers, because if I'm going to put effort into looking up news and tossing it on here, then there better be somebody paying attention to it. As of this recording, 0 subscribers and 1 like, which I'm really proud of. That 1 like, I don't know where it came from, so thank you, whoever you are. Having your friends with you in these random game worlds, I mean, video games shouldn't be, or it doesn't seem like they'd be a powerful way to interact with other people, but they really are, aren't they? You know, that sense of camaraderie, the sense of rivalry, the sense of connectedness and understanding that comes from being in the same state of mind, in the same world for long periods of time, whether that's Grand Theft Auto or Call of Duty or Minecraft or whatever, wherever that place is. If you go then into the real world and you talk to these people, it's as if you're from the same place. It's as if you have we have that thing in common, and that's all we're really looking for, right? That thing we have in common. Oh, I almost forgot. There's a potential for a spin-off hardware channel where myself and Mr. Food, who you will have seen in the GTA episodes, may have some nifty things to show you and have some discussions about hardware and whatnot. I mean, what do you put on a hardware channel? Hardware stuff. But keep an eye out. There's a chance. If there's enough interest, if enough people say they'd like to see some of what goes on inside of the computers, then we can do that. Also, why am I filming my vlog on my iPhone instead of using my computer like everything else? Because I want there to be a standard of video quality for the vlog, and I can use my phone to film it anywhere. There you go. Unnecessary explanation provided.